The role of camera movement in film has long been a vital element in shaping storytelling and visual expression. From the earliest days of cinema, filmmakers have experimented with how the camera's motion can contribute to the narrative, creating dynamic compositions that draw viewers into the world of the story. This is my personal take on why camera movements matter. Camera movement has allowed directors and cinematographers to guide the audience's attention, build tension, and convey emotion in ways that static shots cannot achieve. Filmmakers have continuously sought tools and techniques to improve camera movement. In early cinema, cameras were mostly stationary, but directors such as F.W. Murnau in Sunrise demonstrated how fluid camera movement could create emotional depth. Alfred Hitchcock later introduced complex tracking shots, notably in Vertigo and Psycho, to create suspense and psychological depth. Orson Welles in Citizen Kane worked with cinematographer Greg Toland to push the boundaries of depth focus and moving shots. Different types of camera movements serve various storytelling purposes. Panning involves rotating the camera horizontally from a fixed position to follow a subject or reveal new information. Tilting moves the camera vertically, which can emphasize scale or shift perspective. Tracking or dolly shots move the entire camera setup to follow action smoothly, often used for immersive sequences. Crane shots lift the camera high into the air, offering sweeping views that establish a setting or evoke grandeur. Handheld shots bring a raw, intimate feel, frequently used for realism or urgency. Advancements in technology led to specialized rigs designed to facilitate smooth movements. The invention of the Steadicam by Garrett Brown in the 1970s revolutionized handheld cinematography by allowing fluid motion without traditional tracking equipment. Directors such as Stanley Kubrick and Martin Scorsese embraced the Steadicam for their ability to create a seamless and fluid experience. The development of gimbals, drones, and robotic camera arms has further expanded the possibilities of movement in contemporary filmmaking. Filmmakers integrate camera movement to support storytelling rather than use it for purely aesthetic reasons. Movement should be motivated by character actions, thematic elements, and dramatic beats. A slow dolly in can emphasize a character's realization, while a sudden handheld shift can heighten the sense of urgency. Understanding these principles allows cinematographers and directors to make choices that serve the film's emotional core. The distinction between a cinematographer and a camera operator is important in understanding the execution of camera movement. The cinematographer or director of photography oversees the entire visual language of the film, collaborating with the director to design shots, lighting, and composition. The camera operator physically controls the camera during the film, ensuring that movement aligns with the cinematographer's vision. In larger productions, additional crew members such as Steadicam operators or crane technicians handle specialized equipment under the cinematographer's guidance.
Mostly we do little slider moves. Of course, when we're out on the streets and on stage, with a lot of Steadicam in this movie. I don't think there's a static shot in this movie. All these little close-ups, they're always moving, sometimes you can't even perceive it. You more kind of feel it. It's not always creating a dramatic effect, it's just more like getting drawn into it.
Many cinematographers started their artistic careers as camera operators. Cinematographers like Michael Chapman, known for his work in Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, started his career as camera operator in films like The Godfather and Jaws. Robert Richardson, known for being the director of photography of Kill Bill, The Aviator, and Django Unchained, was camera operator in films like Repo Man and The White Dawn. Camera movement is often dictated by the genre and style of a film. In action films, tracking shots and handheld techniques create energy and tension. In contrast, long unbroken takes in films by Alfonso Cuarón provide a sense of realism and immersion.
I just knew that I wanted the shot to be like that, and I was willing to compromise and says, well, if we have to go green screen, maybe it's the only way. And he was saying, this is not a green screen movie, are you crazy? This movie has to look raw, it has to look real. You want the interaction of the light that goes through the windscreen.
Emmanuel Lubezki, the cinematographer, came up with this unbelievable piece of machinery that allowed them to cover this 12 minutes of film basically without a cut.
The Sparrowhead from Doggy Cam and 2 power slides And then built on top of that is where we have our operation station. And there we have the cameraman, the director, focus puller, and myself. Between the four of us, we work together to incorporate and make the shot work.
Directors such as Akira Kurosawa and Yasujiro Ozu used stillness and minimal movement intentionally to focus on composition and performance. The interplay between camera movement and editing is another crucial aspect. A long take with intricate camera motion, such as those seen in Children of Men, allows scenes to unfold naturally without cuts to increase immersion. On the other hand, quick cuts combined with dynamic camera work can heighten excitement. The decision to move the camera should always complement the rhythm and pacing of the edit. Technological advancements continue to shape the possibilities of camera movement. Motion control systems enable precise, repeatable movements for visual effects heavy films, while virtual production techniques allow real-time adjustments in digital environments. Filmmakers today have access to tools that were once unimaginable, but the principles of meaningful movement remain unchanged. The psychological impact of camera movement is another essential consideration. A low-angle movement shot can make a character appear imposing, while a slow pull-out can create a sense of isolation. Understanding how motion affects perception allows filmmakers to craft visually compelling narratives that resonate with audiences. Directors and cinematographers who master camera movement often develop their own distinctive styles. Wes Anderson's symmetrical tracking shots create a storybook-like aesthetic.
At a certain point, I just decided I'm going to do whatever I want, but I hope that it's all done in a way where it will gels and works together.
It's a gorgeous melange, but he made it one. He uniformed it in a way that's kind of astounding.
While Steven Spielberg's subtle push-ins add emotional weight to dialogue scenes, these filmmakers understand that movement is not just a technical but an expressive tool that can define the visual identity of a film. Ultimately, camera movement remains an integral part of cinematic language, whether through elaborate one-take sequences or restrained deliberate motions. Filmmakers continue to explore its potential in shaping emotion, perspective, and storytelling. The evolution of camera movement is not just about technological progress, but about how filmmakers choose to use motion to connect with audiences and bring their visions to life. And this is why I think camera movements matter. Thank you for watching and see you next time.